running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10.
On the ready.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Four down. Four down. Alert.
Here's Tua. Flush to his right. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Let's go.
33 yards that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. In your face.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Johnson, 35 yards. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, These guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Calvin Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them.
Pickett lost it, and this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely.
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Go now. 52 blue.
Watch the slant.
Shock. 17.
Check 6 guys.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua rolling to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Here we go.
Over. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tua Tagovailoa. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints open the lead up to 34-0. Tua going to try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. And extend this lead out even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills?
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And some room to maneuver. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Tua going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible
touchdown, Saints. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
60 red. 60 red. Trouble, 38. Ready.
On play action, here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, we got 4.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Let's go. Black 40.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Flush to his right. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second down, this is Jackson, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Pickett to throw on first down. They set up the screen, and he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a squibber picked up around Johnson. Oh, it's poked free. Football's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all weekend.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Tua Tagovailoa
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Saints get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Okay,
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
6, Mega, Jackrabbit, ready, go.
Tua sets up to pass it. Flushed out right.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua escaping the pressure right.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. is ugly. Joseph on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests.
On it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So now the Saints offense coming back out there. They're going to be called on to go for 2.
Hey, what's up? Check Mike 54. Drill 52.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
From the 39, Pickett dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough.
Identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
Dances by him.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
3.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
22.
Dang, baby.
Ready.
Second down. Here's Mostert again.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we
And
go.
the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua.
We got 4. We got 4.
And Ingram holds it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Come on, set. 50, green.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And they are going to score again.